Analysis, see this question. It is a balance sheet, schedule 3 of the new Companies Act 2013. तो देखो इसमें इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल, शेयर होल्डर फंड, शेयर कैपिटल, रिजर्व एंड सरप्लस दे दिया, सारा चीज हमको दे दिया यहाँ पर। ठीक है, तो बैलेंस शीट तो दे दिया और देखो यहाँ एडिशनल इंफॉर्मेशन रेवेन्यू फ्रॉम ऑपरेशन। सो द रेवेन्यू फ्रॉम ऑपरेशन मीन्स revenue from operation means the sales are also given, that is 18 lakhs. Okay, 18 lakhs. Now the first question, just we have to find out the correct alternative. We have to choose debt equity ratio. So what is the formula of debt equity ratio? Very simple, debt by equity. Okay, so the debt equity, debt means the loan. So what do you mean by the debt? So in balance sheet, debt means the long term borrowing.
Sir, you're on mute.
1 minute. মিউট করে রেখেছিলিস কেন রে? Sorry, let me explain again that this is the balance sheet under the schedule 3 format, asking debt equity ratio. So the debt equity ratio formula is debt by equity or equity shareholder fund. So what do you mean by the debt? Debt means the loan, so we can treat it as long term loan. Debt means we can write it is a long term loan, long term loan, and the equity means the capital plus reserve and surplus. We can treat it as equity or equity shareholder fund, we can say also shareholder fund. So the shareholder fund is 10 lakhs plus 9 lakhs, that means the 19 lakhs, and the long term borrowing is 12 lakhs. So we can write 12 lakh by 19 lakhs. So as an answer, 12 divided by 19, 0.63. So the A answer is the correct answer. Okay, so the debt means the long term loan, long term provisions. Equity means the equity shareholder fund, reserve and surplus, and something is there any or any reserves, any kind of reserve you have to add. Profit and loss account you have to add in equity shareholder fund. Now question number 10, working capital turnover ratio. So the working capital turnover ratio means formula is revenue from operation, or we can treat it is a sales, divided by working capital. Okay, so the revenue from operation we know that's given 18 lakhs, and the working capital means we know current assets minus current liabilities. So as a result 18 lakhs, and what is the value of current assets in this particular sum? So the current assets means this 3, 4 lakhs, 9 lakhs, and 5 lakhs. So 5, 9, 14, 18 lakhs, and the current liabilities is 5 lakhs. So 18 minus 15, so it will be 18 lakhs minus 5 lakhs. So 18 by 13 we can write. So 18 by 13, the answer is 1.3846. So nearest is 1.39. So our answer is B. Hope it is clear. Now trade receivable turnover ratio. Trade receivable turnover ratio. What is the formula of trade receivable turnover ratio? Credit revenue from operation divided by average trade receivable. So the credit revenue from operation is there 18 lakhs. Nothing is mentioned, that means it is a credit revenue from operation. Sometimes in questions they are given only the revenue from operation. So only revenue from operation means the credit revenue from operation divided by the average trade receivable. So average trade receivable means opening trade receivable plus closing divided by 2. But in that particular questions there is no opening closing. Only you have trade receivable is 9 lakh. Okay, nothing opening closing are not there, so you just trade receivable as an average, it is 9 lakhs. So 18 lakhs by 9 lakhs, it's 2 times. Always remember that whenever the turnover ratio is there, then the answer in times. Okay, answer in times. So this part is complete. Now move to another question. It's not moved. Okay. So this data is for 2020. And this data it's for 2019. Okay, so fixed assets, our fixed assets, current liabilities, debenture also known as long term debt, LTD, net profit, dividend are there. So net profit before tax and dividend are there. Okay, net profit also we can write it is a EBDT, earning before dividend and taxes. Now in first question, return on investment in the year 2020. Okay, so the what is the formula of return on investment? इसको short form में we can say it is a ROI. So the ROI means earning before dividend and taxes divided by shareholder funds. So in the year 2020 there is a profit is 14,50,000 divided by this shareholder fund. So the shareholder fund is not mentioned over here. Shareholder fund or total investment. So the shareholder fund is 8 lakhs and the investment means the debenture 80 lakhs. So from 14 lakh 50, but actually the total capital fund, owned capital and loan capital is 88 lakhs. So as a result, %47 is our ROI, return on investment. So return of number 13, total asset to debt ratio. Total asset to debt ratio means simple, in questions the answer total asset to debt ratio. So total assets by total debts. So our total asset is how much? So in this figure, our total assets means the current assets and fixed assets. In the year 2020, 75 plus 40. So altogether our total investment is, total asset is 115. Okay, and the total debts means the loan. So what is our loan? Loan means only there is a debentures. Okay, so the debenture also you can treat it is a loan. As we know that the debenture is the debenture holders are the lender of the company. They are given loan to the company as a rate of 12% as interest. So only the debt means only debentures. So in the year 2020 there is a loan is 80. So 1,50,000 by 80, it will come 1.4375. 4375, yes, okay. So the option B is correct. Now again in the year 2019, same thing, ROI. So EBIT or EBDT, how much in the year 2019? It's 6,50,000. And what is the loan capital and debt capital? Loan plus debt capital, how much in the year 2019? The loan capital is directly reflected in this sum. Loan capital is 60 lakhs. Plus, sorry, loan not, its own capital. This is our debt capital and the own capital. Now again we just construct a balance sheet for the year 2019. So in the year 2019 there is a fixed asset of 60 and current asset is 20. So our total asset is 80. This side also 80, out of which 60 will be the loan, 14. So the rest are 60 plus 14 minus 80, 6. So the own capital, it's only 6 lakhs. So 65 divided by 66. 65 by 66, that our answer will be 0.984. If it is come to the in the percentage, so you have to multiply by 100. It's not necessary. So it will be 9.84 percentage. So the option C will be correct. Okay. So the return of investment, earning before dividend and tax divided by loan capital and debt capital. Sorry, own capital. Own, OWN. Own मतलब अपना capital means the capital and debt capital means the debenture. Acha. Now in this sum, this is the last part. Total asset to debt ratio in the year 2019. Okay, so the total assets to debt ratio in the year 2019. So the total asset to debt ratio means total assets by total debts. So in the year 2019, what is our total assets? The total assets means the current assets plus fixed assets. We can write over here also current assets plus fixed assets by debenture. This we can also write. So our current assets and fixed assets all together in the year 2019 is 60 plus 20. See, 60 plus 20 and the debenture is 60 lakhs. So as simple as that. $60 plus 20, it is 80 lakhs by 60 lakh. So 80 by 60, 1.33. So the C option will be correct. Okay, so this part is complete. Now in this question, the data information are there. Revenue from operation means the sales. Cost of revenue from operation means the COGS, cost of goods sold. Selling expenses and the administrative, which is also can write as operating expenses. Okay, now what they are asking? They are asking gross profit ratio. What is the gross profit ratio? Gross profit ratio means gross profit by sales into 100, or we can write GP divided by revenue from operation into 100. So what is our gross profit? The gross profit is not there, but we can find the gross profit. So what is the formula of gross profit? One formula there, sales minus COGS. This is the old format. In new format, revenue from operation minus cost of revenue. So the revenue from operation is 2,80,000 and the cost of revenue is 1 lakh. So 1,80,000 is our GP and the revenue from operation is 2,80,000. So 1,80,000 divided by 2,80,000 into 100. So from 1,80,000, 180 divided by 280 into 100, it's 64.28. So the 64.28 means the option A is correct. Now what is the operating ratio? What is the formula of operating ratio? Cost of revenue from operation plus operating expenses divided by divided by revenue from operation or sales. Sales minus cost of goods sold, or we can write revenue from operation minus cost of revenue. Okay, so from 2,80,000, 1 lakh minus, then our gross profit is 1,80,000. So what is the formula? GP ratio, GP by sales into 100, so 1,80,000 divided by 2,80,000 into 100, it comes 6.28. So the option A is correct. Now move to question number 17. What is the operating ratio? The formula is cost of revenue from operation plus operating expenses divided by revenue from operation or sales. So here everything we know. Our operating expenses also we know, that is 90,000. So 1,90,000 by 2,80,000 into 100 we can say. So 190 divided by 280 into 100, it is comes 67.85%. Okay, so everything is known about the formula and the hidden formula. Here nothing is mentioned about the gross profit, but we know that the gross profit means the revenue from operation minus cost of goods sold. Now the next one, debt equity ratio and total asset to debt is 2:5. What is the proprietary ratio? Acha. So what is the formula of debt equity ratio? Debt by equity. Debt equity ratio means debt by equity is 2/1, and total assets to debt is equals to 2.5/1. Just it is a mathematics. Debt by equity is, we know that 2:1, and total assets by debt is equals to 1. Okay, so in this two equation, debt is common. In two equation, the debt is common. Debt is common. Okay, so we can do that. What is the ratio between total assets by total equity? Easily we can just find. How? So here the debt is 2, so it will be multiplied by 1 and 1. Here it will be multiplied by 2/2. Why? Because we have to match the debt. So here it is 5/2, here it is 2/2. So in both case the debt is 2, here is 2. So the total assets to equity, it will be, total assets is 5, or we can write what is the ratio between debt is to equity is to total assets. So the debt is 2, equity also 2, and the total assets is 5. Okay, so what will be the proprietary ratio? So what is the proprietary ratio? So we should know the proprietor's fund. What is the proprietary ratios? The proprietary ratio means the proprietor's fund by total assets. Okay, so the proprietor's fund is how much? It's 2, and the total assets means it's a 5. So no, it is 4:1. The answer will be 4:1. 0.4:1. They are the individual all these things. Here in these questions, the revenue from operation are there, gross profit percentage there, operating expenses also there. You have to find out this operating profit. Acha. So see, the gross profit are there 40%. So revenue from operation, check this sum, very important. Revenue from operation, we know that is 2,50,000, and we know the GP also. The GP rate are there. GP is 40%. So the GP 40% of 2,50,000, which is comes to 1 lakh. So we can easily say that cost of revenue, or COGS, cost of goods sold, or cost of revenue means 2,50,000 minus 1 lakh. We can write it is a revenue from operation minus cost of revenue, minus gross profit, GP, because we know that revenue minus cost of revenue is equals to GP. So cost of revenue means revenue from operation minus GP. So here our revenue from operation 2,50,000 and 1 lakh. So the cost of revenue must be 1,50,000. So what is the operating profit ratio? The operating profit ratio the formula is operating profit by revenue from operation into 100. So what is the operating profit ratio? Formula is GP minus operating expenses. This is operating profit ratio, not the operating ratio. Okay, so the operating profit ratio formula is operating profit by sales into 100, or revenue from operation. And what is the formula of operating profit? Gross profit minus operating expenses by revenue from operation. Revenue from operation, or we can write it as a sales. So GP is 1 lakh. Our operating expenses is 60,000 by the sales is 2,50,000 into 100. So 40,000 by 2,50,000 into 100, it is a 16%. So the B option is correct. Suppose here it is given operating ratio. So the operating ratio's formula is different thing. Cost of revenue plus operating expenses divided by revenue from operation. Okay, but in that case they are given operating profit ratio. Okay, I thought that the operating ratio, in operating ratio we need cost of revenue, so that's why you can find the cost of revenue. Now the ratio is almost done, so hope it is clear. Here only the one theory question.